Hey ladies, I am live here in Healing for Women Entrepreneurs. I am so excited for today because today, of course, is our last day of the 3-day training, Burn Your Blocks to the Ground. And I am so excited to share today's content. Today's content is all about money. And let me get everything pulled up. And I know that sometimes we have this notion about money that money is greedy and it's icky to talk about or it's not appropriate to talk about. And so I feel like it's super important for us to talk about because money is going to be a piece of your business. It's a piece of our lives. Like we've known about money probably since most of us were children. So I think that it's very important to talk about. So let me get everything pulled up here so that I can make sure that I see your comments and all of that stuff. Here's my beautiful face. Okay, let me get something else pulled up real fast and then we'll be ready to roll. If you're on, say hello. If you were watching the replay, let me know that you are watching the replay. Feel free to ask any questions, jump in any time. We are open for it all. Okay, so get this pulled up. If you are new to me, I am Angela. I am the founder of AsFreeAsYouSee. I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm Angela. I'm the founder of AsFreeAsYouSee. I'm a breakthrough coach and a healer of queens. I help women entrepreneurs heal from childhood trauma so that they can create the business of their dreams. I have been in business for 5 years. Most of those years epically have failed. And then my business within the last 2 years has become sustainable and somewhat of a success. I don't want to say I'm making millions and millions of dollars. I'm not trying to claim that at all. But I have learned some things on the way and really have built my business from the ground up. And I also have experienced years and years of healing my trauma and realizing how much healing is connected to the way that we operate our business, the way that we show up, the way that we deal with finances, how comfortable and safe that we feel. So I really am a big advocate for healing because it is highly connected to the way that we run and operate and function in our business. And it took me a really long time to understand that the healing is a critical piece, and because the healing allows you to apply the strategy. Okay, it allows you to apply the strategy. So let me make sure that I can see everything and see everybody. So yesterday we talked about imposter syndrome, and we also talked about how to gain clients. And I just talked about it briefly. Because I can only tell you so much it was about 30 minutes of time that we had. I can only tell you so much, right? And there are also plenty of different ways that you can get clients, but I just wanted to touch base on it. And then the day before, we talked about feeling comfortable online and how to market, right? How to market. And again, I just touched briefly on how you can market and the things that you want to make sure that you're putting into your content, because again, I can only tell you so much in 30 minutes. And I wanted to give you a little bit of the healing and a little bit of the strategy piece as well. Because again, sometimes you don't know if you even have any blocks until you're practicing, until you're putting yourself out there. And then you realize that yes, you do have blocks. Yes, you do have things going on. And then that's where the healing piece comes into play. So I wanted to give you a little bit of both. And that's actually what my 10-day intensive is all about. It's helping you put these things into practice so that if you have any bumps in the roads or blocks that come up, you know how to navigate them because you have someone in your corner that has spent years learning how to navigate this stuff. So the 10-day intensive allows you to create clarity and connection and build an offer and burn down all of those blocks that may be preventing you from fully and completely showing up so that you can get clients, make the money that you want, and build the business of your dreams. And that's what this 10-day intensive is all about. This 10-day intensive is for you if you feel like you're stuck and struggling. It's for you if you're just beginning your business and not really sure how to navigate through any of this. Or it's for you if you want to get started, you have an idea, but you haven't even done anything with it. So if you are one of those people, this is absolutely for you. You want to be committed, you want to be ready, and you want to be full force and fierce with this because it is a 10-day intensive, and that is absolutely, that's a lot for 10 days. But the way that I have it set up is I have it set up so that you have one day to learn and one day to implement, so that when we have the next live or the next coaching, you get to ask your questions, and then you get to go back and tweak and perfect and do all of those things while I'm in your corner, so that you don't feel unsupported, so that you don't feel lost, so that you don't lose sight of the things that you really are meant to stay focused on, which I absolutely have done before, okay? So that's what the 10-day intensive is all about. I have never done a 10-day intensive before, so I'm running it at a beta price that I'm very excited to share. I feel like it gives anybody and everybody the opportunity to jump in at the beta price, and of course at the pre-sale price. It's the pre-sale price because I don't have a sales page ready, and I don't have like the course piece of it, and I don't have the community ready for it. So if you are interested in this 10-day intensive, I invite you to reach out to me. I invite you to just join with the link that I'm going to drop right now. But I invite you to join, and I promise you the results will deliver. You will be making money by Christmas as long as you implement and you put in the work, even the work with the strategy, along with the work with, of course, the inner work. So you can be making money by Christmas if you aren't already. And we are going to start pushing you forward in an aligned and energetic match for you. We start December 6th. On Monday, I believe that I'm going to raise the price by $100. So if you want in at the pre-sale price, then I highly recommend that you get in within the next couple of days. So I'm going to drop that link right now. I know that I usually talk about all of that stuff at the end, but it just kind of flowed. So we're going to roll with it. So if you are very interested in doing this, I invite you to do so. I know that this could be of great service to you, and you will be guided and supported in the direction that you're looking to absolutely make. So make sure you get in on this opportunity. Again, we start December 6th. It's 10 days long, and you will be making money and feeling good about what you're doing by Christmas, okay? All right, let's get on to the juiciness that you're here for. Not that that's not juicy, of course, but let's get on to value, right? I don't want you to think that you're coming here just to be pitched to. I want you to feel like you can have some takeaways, that you can have some breakthroughs, that you can have some ahas. I'm not one of those people that kind of beats around this stuff, hoping that you'll come into the intensive or whatever, or you don't have any information at all unless you get into the program. I'm not like that. I don't operate like that. I absolutely hate that. I hate that I spend an hour or so time with somebody and they've given me absolutely nothing of value, trying to convince me to come into their course. And that drives me crazy, and I can't do that to other people. So I give you some type of value. And of course, I'm going to pitch to you. That's part of the process, right? Selling is serving. And if I feel like I can serve you, I'm going to sell, right? Of course I am, because that's what this is essentially about. Yes, making an impact, but of course there's going to be an even energy exchange, which is what we are going to get into. So let's talk about money. Money is going to be a huge part of your business if you have not already experienced that already. Money for me has been a big part of my life, mostly my entire life. I have always felt like it's had power over me. And I'm not going to get into too much detail of all of that, but I have struggled financially in my business. I have struggled trying to make ends meet. I have struggled keeping food on the table for my daughter. I've struggled. I'm not going to act like I have never struggled at all. Sometimes it feels like it's feast or famine, and I don't want to be in that, right? I don't want to be in that cycle. But when those things happen, when you are struggling to make ends meet, when you are struggling to gain clients and have them pay you in, not necessarily paying you in full, but you afraid to charge what that program actually needs to be charged at, these are signs that healing needs to take place. These are actually signs that healing needs to take place from the ages 0 to 7. Okay? And actually, I teach this in my one-to-one program that money issues and weight issues are highly connected to a blocked chakra. That's why in my one-to-one program, not only do we go through timeline therapy for these specific things and go through your gene keys so that you can open your heart, and we get into this 0 to 7 age so that it can help you unlock money blocks and weight issues. But I also go in and do this chakra meditation for your root chakra so that you can unlock any struggles with money and any struggles with weight. And so it becomes a huge release. And of course, things are going to come up because things come up as a reflection of what you need to heal. So if you're struggling to charge clients for your gifts, I want you to take a step back and start to see how that is playing a part in your life and how that is potentially connected to your inner child. And this is why inner child work is so critical, because those things from your inner child, especially that age between 0 to 7, is imprinting age. And it's imprinting age, and then that means that subconsciously and unconsciously, you have programs running in the background that you may not even be aware of. And some of the stuff may not be yours. The theory in the chakra system, or at least that I've been taught by my mentor, is that you are very much still connected to your mother's energy until you're 7 years old. So you know what that means? If you've struggled with money, if you've struggled with money, it may not be yours because it might actually be highly connected to if your mom has ever struggled for money, if she's felt codependent, if she felt like she didn't know how to make money, if she felt like only her husband can make money, or whatever conditioning and programming that is. She could have also felt like she was controlled by money. There could be things where she's had a bunch of money but didn't know how to manage it and blew it all because she has trauma and things like that. And I've experienced that too, so I know for a fact. But you are actually picking up that programming and that conditioning without it actually being yours, because you're still very much in your mom's energy, right? And not only are you in your mom's energy, right? But because we are born with the eggs that we'll ever have, you also have generational wounding about money, and of course a bunch of other stuff, but especially about money that we hang on to, especially in our society, that the traditional route has been very much pushed. And then when you go off the beaten path, it's like all hell is going to break loose in your life. And it does feel like that, right? Because like nothing feels like it's going according to plan. And then you don't understand why you can't release these money blocks. Sometimes they're not yours. Sometimes they've been put on you. Sometimes there are things in your in your past that you've picked up and didn't even realize. And you want to become aware of these things. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to go and ask your mom what kind of money issues she had from the ages of 0 to 7, because that's certainly not going to serve you. And if you have a mom that's similar to mine, she's going to be like, I don't remember, I don't know, I don't think I actually had money problems. And I mean, we all know that that's not true, right? And even as I've gotten older, I've watched my mom struggle with money. So of course, I know that that's been a thing. I also know that my mom has trauma. So if my mom has trauma, I also know that while I was that young, there was also a feast and famine cycle going on in her life, right? I am completely and utterly aware of that. You do not have to go and ask your mom what that was like. What you need to do is take an inventory of how you feel about money, okay? What kind of thoughts come up, and whether you've picked up societal conditioning around money, because the societal conditioning around money is easier to drop than it is to pick up the conditioning that you've received from your childhood, okay? And what do I mean by societal conditioning? That people with money are greedy. Okay, people with money should give all their money away because they're rich, and the rich are the problem. Okay, that is very much societal conditioning. And it's actually very contradictory, okay? Because on one side, this is what they're telling you. The rich are evil. You know, money is evil. Those people are greedy. They don't care about anybody. They should give all their money away. The rich is the problem. Yet, we glamorize people with money. We worship celebrities. We worship, basketball players, football players, singers, right? And all that, we glamorize their entire life. And we wish that we had their life with the cars and the pool and the money. Yet it's greedy, but yet we worship these people. Do you see the contradiction there? Okay. Do you see the contradictory messages that you're being sent? That these people that you idolize, that you look up to, have all this money, and that's what gives them the freedom and the experiences and the memory and the memories that they get to keep forever. Yet they're greedy and they shouldn't have their money. Do you see how the societal contradictory plays a part in the things that you believe about money? Okay. We're going to break down the societal conditioning right now. The rest of it is something that you've got to dig at and you have to work at. And of course, you can come to me and we can break through these at all levels. Okay. But the societal conditioning is this: money is innocent. Money is 100% innocent. We give it power. We give it meaning. We make it mean that if you have money, you're greedy. Well, the truth is that we live in a society where we exchange money for goods. All it is an energy exchange. It's nothing less. It's nothing more. Yet we put it on this type of pedestal that it's something that we can never have, or we're not supposed to have. And if we do have, we're greedy and we don't care about anything. Okay. Money is innocent. I will say that again. Money is innocent. We give it meaning, okay? Money just amplifies who you are. And I have an idea that if you're here and you're trying to make an impact, you're not trying to be greedy with your money. So what that means is that if you want to make an impact, you want to serve, having more money is going to amplify that. Okay, it absolutely is going to amplify that. It is not going to turn around and make you be a greedy, evil, awful person that gives a shit about no one. It's actually going to do the opposite. You're going to be able to make more of an impact. You're going to be able to donate money. You're going to be able to serve and do good in the world because you have access to more financial means than you did before. Do you see how that works? So if you're a greedy douchebag, of course, having money is going to make you even more of a greedy douchebag, okay? It just amplifies who you are. Good people do good things with money. And the more people, good people, come to rise and have access to money, the more good is going to be done in this world. We're not going to have to convince everybody that the rich should get rid of, most of them, their hard-earned money, right? I'm not saying all, but most of them, okay? We cannot continue to think that money is greedy and evil, yet when good people have it and have access to it, they do good. Do you see how contradictory that is? So you need to start taking an inventory of all the bullshit that you have picked up from society about money that is keeping you from accepting money, from receiving money, and keeping you from believing that you won't receive the things that you want or need or desire because you have money and now you're evil and greedy. It's not how that works. It's not how it works at all. So it's time for you to become aware of the things that you're watching, of the things that you're hearing, and the things that you're consuming about money as evil, yet please worship them. See how that's working? Okay, it's time to drop those now. And those are the easiest things to release. You can just say, these really aren't mine. I choose not to believe this. I choose to believe that good people do good things with money and that money is actually innocent and we give it meaning. And I want it to just mean an even energy exchange. I want it to mean that if I have access to more money, I can have a greater impact. I can do bigger things. Bigger things that serve people, that help people. You can absolutely do that now. You can drop those societal conditionings. Those societal conditionings are keeping you 100% trapped. And if you can work through those blocks right there, you will start to see your mindset shift around money drastically. And then you can start going in and digging at the stuff that you were given to as a child. And again, I work with my clients one-to-one with that so that they can easily let that stuff go. When you heal, when you do that inner work, that stuff gets let go of a lot easier than it would be if you're just trying to shift your mindset, which really does not happen, okay? You do not shift your mindset if you do not feel safe in your body. You have to work on safety. If you do not feel safe, you are going to continuously have money problems, continuously. So you want to feel safe. Once you feel safe, then things start to shift for you. Okay, so work on safety first, not on forcing yourself to shift your mindset because there's so much crap out there about it's all about your mindset. Well, it's not. Okay. Be aware of that. So that's how you can drop your societal conditioning right now. I know that this might piss some people off, but it is what it is. And I think that it's time for everybody to receive this type of conditioning. You are conditioning, this type of information. Maybe it is conditioning. I don't know. So I feel like it's important for everybody to have access to this type of information so that they can drop the scarcity mindset and start thinking things of how can I afford this? Not I can't afford this, right? How can you start to shift that money is actually good and good people that have access to money do good things. You can let that go, okay? Money is not the root of all evil. It is not. It is not. We make it mean that way because we have been conditioned to believe that it does. And we've been conditioned by that, by society, who also wants us to worship people that have tons and tons of money. Do you see how that works? They're actually conditioning you to play small and worship these people and believe that you can never have access to this type of money. Okay, oops. Okay. Enough of the society rant. You can work through your money blocks. What you will notice is there will be certain things in your business, in the way you accept money, in the way that you charge, that you will start to realize that you're struggling with. And that's an idea that you might be dealing with some blocks, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? We all deal and go through things. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So let's talk about now that we have that underway, and if you have questions, please feel free to leave them. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. This is going to be uploaded to YouTube. So if you are watching this training that has been uploaded to YouTube and you have questions, comments, whatever the case may be, please feel free to drop them below in the comment section and I will get back to you. Okay, I had a burp, sorry. It's a lot of energy coming out. Okay, so yeah, nothing like real life, right? Hey, today I have a babysitter. As you have noticed, it's been very quiet and I've been on task the whole time, which feels really good, but also at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, can't control it. So let's move on. Okay, let's talk about how you can start making money right now. If you have not started making money right now in your business and you're searching for a way to really start to, add some cushion, make you feel like you're not stressed out, feel safe, right? I want you to start. You don't have to necessarily have a program or an offer right now, especially if you feel like you're just at the beginning stages or you feel stuck with your offer or you feel like you're struggling with your offer, whatever the case may be. Okay. What you can do right now is become an affiliate or a partner with a brand that you absolutely love and start speaking and sharing on it, okay? It could be something like HelloFresh, okay? If you're in the group, you've seen me put my HelloFresh in there. Every time someone uses my link, I'm supposed to get like a $10 credit and things like that. You can get food like that. That works. I mean, it's the same type of concept. You're just exchanging for goods technically, but that's completely okay. I haven't gotten my credit yet, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you can do something like that. If you love a brand that you're obsessed with, like, I don't know, what is this brand? Okay, I can't read that. I can't read this. And you know what's ironic? It's the same brand. I literally cannot read the writing on that. I cannot stress you enough. Branding, okay, and I know this is a little tangent. Branding is not the super, super important thing that you've got to work on. Okay, it's not. It can be simple and basic, but people need to be able to see your logo and read your logo in seconds. Otherwise, they don't give a shit. And then they're going to move on and they're not going to remember what your brand is. So make sure that when you figure out your logo, when you get there, this is the least important thing that you need to do on your list. Whoever tells you that branding is most important is so full of it. Okay. And I wish that I had known that as a business owner. Okay. I have spent thousands of dollars on branding. And the truth is I don't really even use any of it because I don't resonate with it anymore. So the thing is that you want it to be simple, you want it to be legible, and you want people to be able to figure it out within seconds. If you can't, when I'm trying to say things like this, it's going to cause people to just move on to the next thing. Okay, so let's say this is from Up and Up, and Up and Up is a Target. Okay, say you absolutely love Target, it's like your favorite thing in the world. So you find a way to partner up with Target, and you can get paid now. Okay, you can start saying, if you click this link, you can make money, right? You make money just by sharing a little story or advertising it or anything like that. You can do the same thing with Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I've made money from people buying books through Amazon through my link. You can do it with products. You can do it with clothes. You can do it with anything as long as it's brand building. Okay, you want to be aware of that. As long as it's brand building, you want to be sure that it's connected and aligned to your brand, because if it's not, then it doesn't make any sense and people aren't going to understand it and they're not going to buy from you. And then when you have a real offer, they're not going to understand how they're connected. Does that make sense? Let's say that you do have an offer right now and you want to start selling it to people. You must connect to people. If you struggle with connecting with people, I want you to go into Facebook groups that allow you to promote your business and just start spamming these promotion blocks that you can start using. And maybe someone will come in and buy your program depending on what it is. And now if it's a one-to-one program, I don't recommend doing that because you want to be able to vet people and make sure that they're a good fit. And so since you're trying to make cash now, I highly recommend that if you're doing the spamming option, that it goes to a course or something like that, because in that way, it doesn't necessarily, you want them to be aligned with you. You want them to be soulmate clients, but if they're not, it doesn't so much matter. Does that make sense? So your one-to-one clients, they've got to be your soulmate clients. Otherwise, it's not going to work out for either one of you. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. So connect with people if you already have a offer. Okay, if you are a DMer and you like to cold pitch people, do it like that. Okay, but connect with people and you can sell your program. And if you realize that you can serve them, then you go in and serve them and let them know that you can serve them. You can also write content on your social media. If you have an email list, you can email them your offer, okay? It just depends on where you're at and what you want to do and what's aligned for you. Some of this might actually take some work. Yes, of course it does. But if you get it all set up, you can start talking about it by the end of today. I mean, I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's only 11:30 for me on a Friday. So you have plenty of time to figure it out and make it work. If you don't want to, here's the thing, if you don't want to partner with someone because you're afraid to ask, then there's a block there for you, okay? It's something with safety. You're afraid to be seen and heard. So I want you to be aware of that. If you think that it's silly for people to click on your Amazon link and you make money that way, then it's something that you've picked up from society and traditional conditioning that you want to let go of, okay? If you have resistance, if you have these silly thoughts running through your head right before you go and do something, it is because you do need some healing. There's something going on there that you need to acknowledge and deal with, and so you want to do that, okay? Those are just itty bitty ways of how you can start making money right now. Again, I go deeper into it in my 10-day intensive. The 10-day intensive is all about clarity, making an offer, creating connection so that you can start making money by Christmas, but also so you have support and guidance in the right direction so that you can let go of the struggle, or so that you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing so that you can put yourself out there. We're going to go over content, marketing, making your offer, how to build connections, and so much more. And not only are we going to be doing that in the intensive, we are also going to burn any blocks to the ground that is preventing you from moving forward, from fully showing up, so that you feel confident and free and fierce and ready to rock your business when you show up. So imagine all the freedom. Imagine how you would feel if you started making money in your business by Christmas. Just imagine what that would feel like. Imagine the experiences that you can create. Imagine how you would feel. Probably excited, probably proud, probably determined, all of the above. And you would be ready to rock it, and you would know exactly what you're doing because you would have so much clarity around your business, your content, and your marketing and your messages that you know how to rock this. And so I highly recommend that you get on the 10-day intensive and join me in this 10-day intensive. And we start December 26th. You can get the pre-sale price with the link, and we will be ready to rock and roll. If you can't do the pre-sale price, starting on Monday or Tuesday, whenever I decide to do that, I haven't figured it out yet. You will have a payment plan option. It will be two payments of $150. I might have to figure that out a little bit more because the price is going to come up. But anyway, there will be an option. There will be a 2-payment option, and then a yearly payment option, which I think will be like $57 for 12 months, so that it reaches everybody's budget. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. If you are watching the replay, let me know that you are watching the replay. If there's no questions, I hope that you have a great day and I will see you later. And as a reminder, I'm Angela. I'm the founder of AsFreeAsYouSee. I'm a breakthrough coach and healer of queens. I help women entrepreneurs heal childhood trauma so that they can create the business of their dreams. See you later.